there yet? There yet? It'll not be there yet, really. Ah, there we go. Alrighty. Hey, everybody. I'm Rob the Builder. Can we build it? Yes, we can. Now, today, the saga continues. Saga being the building of the Italeri C-47 Skytrain. Now, what we're going to do is, what our main focus, there's a couple of things. I'm waffling. I do this, you know. I do. Dearie me, kids. Now, what we're going, I've just noticed I've got that camera a long way back. You see a lot of my room. Does that matter? No, not really. And anyway, what we're gonna do, kids. Now, first, I should have done. I did this yet. Made this error of not doing this yesterday as well. And alrighty. Now, what we're doing, I'm just going to bring you around. I haven't had my mouthful of coffee yet. What the hell? Now, there, as you can see, is our aircraft. There's a few errors or issues with the paintwork that we need to tidy up. I still haven't. I'm missing a wheel that I would have misplaced somewhere. Somewhere that I would presumably have thought was marvelously clever, and has actually now put a bit of a bone up my placker. Be that as it may, I'll tell you something I'm a bit annoyed about. This wing doesn't align, or hasn't aligned now, as to whether. Yeah, it's annoying. We have to be doing a wee bit of. Oh, are you serious now? Okay. Well, actually, maybe that's advantageous. No, it's come right off. Okay, obviously it wasn't that nice a fit in the first place. Okay. Well, that's okay. That's okay. I guess that means we can tidy that up. Got to get these on anyway. How's this one traveling? This one's not so bad. This has a slightly what I can only view as cack-handed sort of a thing where you. It's not ideal, guys. That's my take. Let's fix that up, shall we? Now, things I can do. Actually, there's a couple of things we can do first. Let's get that out of the way. I don't need that there right now. Although, I've got all this shit on my desk at the moment because I am still sorting shit out from when I moved. So, yeah. Now, things I am looking for. Here's what I am looking for. And I'm actually briefly going to use that piece of cardboard. Now this is the engine side. These ultimately go there, sort of position, believe it or not. Incredible, but it's a fact. Now, yeah. Now that we've got some oily steel on there, what we're going to hit that with to help create a bit of a. I'll zoom in, actually. All right, now that's the oily steel color. What we're going to hit that with, just to give it a bit more of a weathery look. And then we can hit it with a few other bits, because of course they're the back plates. They're getting grungy as all hell. I believe that's the technical term. Grungy as all hell. Now, what I will use is a fairly rough brush. This one will do us nicely, I think. Can you see that? Not really. Yeah, because the way it's part. You can see it's not a fine point. It doesn't need to be. What we're going to do is get a little bit of. Once we make just a little. There we go. That's probably better. Going to get just a little bit of. Going to thin this right down. Tin. So there we go. And all I want to do is just grind across just a little. That on both. That's I think that's a bit more to work with. Yeah, that's better. Right. Now what might be worth doing here is... You can see how one's got a very grungy sort of a thing going on. Now we're going to add oil effect to that later as well. But there's a bit of yuckiness to begin with, a bit of mucky muck. Oh, geez, that's a bit heavy. Can fix. There we go. Problem solved. Right. So you can see they're looking a bit yucky. I've seen a bit of things happen. All right. So what we've done there really is, rather than the shiny plated nail, it looks like it's been given a bit of crap. That's the idea on that one. We're just going to pop them there. I'm going to clean my brush. Now, next, good people, what we shall do, after I've completed cleaning the brush, actually there's something we're going to do. Should we move that? So I almost put my hand into the paint. That would have made me grumpy. Well, not actually. It's just been do you mind? But there we have it. Now, what I would like to do is, now, as you can see, it's a pretty big gap right through there. This is where, and I need to get it from the desk, I believe. Excuse me a moment. Now, oh, nice one, big boy. I have, oh God, what have I done? Give me a moment. What I want to do is use my crystal clear immediately, and therefore that can dry whilst we attend to other assembly matters. But if I can't find it pretty quickly, aha! And here we have. Now, let's have a look. Let's have a look. It's in the book. All right, now one of my things I do with crystal clear is I use it rather than putty. Not a fan of putty, to be honest. I know you need to fill your gaps, but I think crystal clear is a better option. Because it dries clear. And you don't have to... here we go. Get over here. There. Slowly fill it in, because it'll do it. It'll take time, but it'll do it. I've got this idea because you can make windows with crystal clear. Now, that being so, it dawned on me, clearly you can fill a gap. Just because it's clear doesn't mean it can't be painted. Boom. There we go. Once we get it all on, we're into position. We will wipe the excess off. Boom. Job done. Got a bit carried away with how much I've got on my toothpick then. Never mind. Tricksy for us, never mind. Patience is a virtue, so they say. Pull that gap in. Alright, yeah, that's going to work nicely for us, I reckon. Combination of that and paint. We should be all good to hide that seam. Oh, hey Panther, how you doing? One of my wings came off, but that's okay because the positioning wasn't great on it anyway. Just getting rid of this seam here. There we go. Ah, yes, well, yeah, whenever you're on break, it always seems that the time passes ever so slightly faster. Then you get back to work and the ensuing hours just drag. Yeah, bit of a piss of that, but never mind. On the yay side of things, there's two yays. I found the other tail fin, and I also found the other propeller. Now I need to obviously get the black on them. But I'm still needing to track down a wheel. There we go. Never mind. I've got one of the wheels. Why it wasn't in the same location? Mysteries of life. Now then, glue. So one thing I will do very quickly. There's a little bit of crystal clear I need to wipe off. Just there we go. Nice. That'll do the job for us nicely, I would say. Now, glue. Now, one thing I've noted, certainly this, as you know, there was the other tail fin that seemed to fit quite nice. Let's see how this one rolls. So the other one went in quite snugly and just sort of, you almost didn't need glue, but here we go. This one's going to need, okay, that's probably because of the paint. He doesn't want to play the game. So, time to trot out a file. Italeri. Ooh. Well, what I'm thinking, because it goes like this, there is a whole rationale I'm trying to apply here. Trying to apply. And it goes that, you see, on Thursdays and Fridays, that's in Australia, I have regular appointments at 10 in the morning. Now, on Mondays through to Wednesdays, though, I can do starting at 9:30, which is what I've done today, and that generally seems to be an all right sort of a time for people, certainly in the US, and the Americas in general, but also parts of Europe. Now, the only thing about that is that Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, bit of a big gap. But then, on the other side of the equation, I'm thinking I could also potentially do a Sunday. Because I don't do much on Sundays, although at 12:30 I usually go for a jam. So I would probably be, a shorter answer to that question. I would say I'll be on tomorrow, usual time. In fact, I'll go a step further. I will be on tomorrow at the usual time. And I might be in on Sunday, which, there we go. It's quite a snug fit with that, but that's good. I'm happy for a snug fit. All right. And this one's pretty cruisy. Yeah. So they've both gone quite nicely. Excuse me, I'm having a bit of a hard time. Yes, I will be on this time tomorrow. Oh, jolly good. Well, then we can maybe do a bit of. You can join on the stream a bit if you like, maybe, depending on if you want to, and various other things. There's going to be a couple of times where I want to just be the only one because I use part of I'm starting to try and edit things for YouTube uploads. And so obviously, and for those ones, I don't want to be the only person on the screen. But other times, I think sharing the screen's a good idea. So if you would like to do that, we can get that organised. Anyway, let's get these things on. By golly. By gee, by jingo, by crikey. That's a, well, comedian used that as a parody of a Australian sports commentator from years ago who you probably never heard of. But yeah, by gee, by jingo, by crikey. Oh, that'll be cool. Like I said, there's going to be certain points where if I want to do something that might last for a few minutes where I want to be the only one on, but I don't see why. Beyond that, I'm sure we can work around that little situation. That can come off. Yeah. Blue. Down we come. Because the thing with YouTube is you don't want to necessarily do the whole process. It's more of an edited highlights, you know what I'm saying? Let's just get that nice and stable. Should probably only need to hold it for a little bit. There we go. I was thinking of doing a Google search on how many C-47s, if any, were actually shot down during the or in Europe, given that by the time they arrived, the Luftwaffe weren't much chop. So, you know, these are the things I wonder about. Ha! Ah! The one I knew it to be was because there was a commentator named Mike Gibson, and he used to host the Wide World of Sports, yibbity yibbida, and a comedian named Billy Birmingham did the parody, part of which was by gee, by jingo, by crikey, if it's sports you want, we got sports coming out of our arsehole. And yeah. There we go. Boom. Tail fins are in position. Alrighty. Now, this wing, eh? Cool, blimey. I ask you. Paul Hogan, however, is unquestionably the most famous of the Australian comedians, after following Crocodile Dundee and the like. It's, yeah. And he was a very funny guy at his time. I don't know if you've ever actually seen any of, or how much of the Paul Hogan show you've seen, but there's this scorching hot chick on there named Delvin Delaney, who ended up marrying a guy named John Cornell, who was the manager. And John Cornell always played this character named Strop, who was like pretty slow and not real sharp. But in actuality, John Cornell was the brains behind the operation. It's quite interesting. 21. Right. That's interesting. That to a point that sort of, I don't know if surprises is quite the right word, but yeah, again, you'd have thought with adequate air support and the like, well, that would be less of a thing. Now, let's get it right this time, shall we? All right. All right. It will look nice when it's done. It's just frustrating when things like that happen. And I don't think, again, I've bitched about it already, but I don't think that's a great way of going about your wings. And that's my 2 cents worth. Actually, if I'm going to trot out my 2 cents worth, I need to do the full Kent Brockman, don't I? I'm Kent Brockman, and that's my 2 cents worth. Oh, excuse me. As opposed to the Peter Griffin. You know what grinds my gears? Yeah. Once I've gotten, I'm actually really looking forward to getting this and the B-17 and the Lavochkin done, so I can start on my Mustangs and my next BF-109. I'm wondering if I'll do another BF9 immediately after the K4, because I want to do all of them basically, preferably famous ones, or flown by famous people. Now, some girls. We're going to hold that there. And hopefully this time it bloody cooperates, I tell you. C-47s are a nice looking aircraft. Do I dare? I do. Maybe just a little, now we'll do just as we did yesterday. All right, that's actually a better fit than it was yesterday, I think, in many ways. All right. In fact, it's definitely a better fit because that wing is in line where it needs to be. We'll let all that shit settle for a while. What I might do... Ooh. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah. It's not like they're just casually letting them fly over, is it? I know there's a scene in A Bridge Too Far where this fairly inexperienced paratrooper who's, you might even recall the scene, I don't know. Basically relying on James Caan's character, who's quite experienced, to get him emotionally through the whole thing. And as he starts hearing these explosions, what's that? It's anti-aircraft fire. Nice and casual with that, you know. See if I can raise those rear tails up just a little higher. To try and get a bit more of a... That's almost there. There we go. It's probably as good as we're going to get. As far as getting them flush on the wing. But on the whole, it's starting to come together now. I'm starting to feel a bit chipper. Chipper and chirpy I am. All right. We'll leave that there for the time being. Now, what else can I do? There's many things I can do. Let's have a goosey gander. Whither did I wander? Okay. Oh, I need to find the other wheel. All right, so gotta say, there's a few things. Here's another piece of methodology that has me going, why? This 2 halves of a canopy going on like that, and that... Never mind, kids. Never mind. I know what I can do. Okay. Zoom out. Yeah, it's actually one of my it's one of my favorites. Partly because, to me, now that that's done, we're going to do this side. That's just going to be interior green because that's what color it would be. The whole way it's top-notch presentation. I think it's a really good movie, but more, it really does show how a military operation can be viewed in terms of objectives. And yeah, what I mean by that, give me a moment, I'm just trying to find the right color, is when you see Urquhart getting debriefed after the operation and Browning's trying to put a positive spin on the outcome. And it's in with the line of, Well, yes, Monty's very happy. The operation was 99% successful. And you think, yeah, no. And I just love the outburst in response, absolutely on the money. It's like, I went into the Arnhem with 10,000 men. I came out with less than 2. Yeah, it was a bit of a bloodbath. I also like the way they use the correct languages for, excuse me, I've got to find the right color here. I am looking for US interior green, which, that's the British colors, US interior green. Which of course adds to the authenticity. But it's interesting trying to follow the dialogue sometimes, because sometimes you can understand German, because it's very similar to English. I'm actually studying German at the moment. I may have mentioned that at some stage in other streams. And yeah, it's a great scene where, now which one is it? The Field Marshal, von Rundstedt, or is it Maud? One of those two. Yeah. Look, my opinion on the on Market Garden and this is of course, I have the benefit of hindsight and all the rest of it, is the plan actually wasn't that flawed. What they should have, and I've even heard it put forward, that indeed part of the operational failure was due to General Gavin not taking certain objectives that would have been advantageous. However, be that as it may, I think what they should have done, opinion, is not dropped all 3 at the one time. They should have dropped the 82nd, first bridge. Bang. Once that bridge is secured, drop the 101st. Bang. Next one, and so forth, and just kept doing that. Keeping the Germans permanently on the back foot, trying to, boom, see you later. That's, again, I have this marvelous benefit of a thing called hindsight. And it's also questionable as to whether that methodology would work anyway. But that is my opinion. Come here, you. There we go. There we go. But yeah, there's also a scene, where there's a piece of German that I rather like. It's where Field Marshal's been given the briefing, and told what his operational orders are. He looks at the person who's delivered the orders, and basically asked, how do you wish to go about mounting this defense? And he basically hits him with "mit was," which is with what? And that's pretty much the deal. And yet, all right. Even as a kid, I worked out what that meant. But yeah, mit was. Ooh. Well, yeah, look, at the end of the day, what happened, you know. You can theorize about any number of things operationally. At the end of the day, it all went pretty badly for those in Arnhem. Yeah. There's a couple of moments that I find absolutely sensational, though. Like where they first go up for the up the bridge to have a look at the pillbox. The guy's got his umbrella with him and uses that as a way of gesturing the others in the squad into position. How very British. The other bit is where the Germans have come to try and negotiate a surrender, which you got to say is fairly fair suggestion. I mean, and yeah, I'm sorry, we don't have the proper facilities. What? We don't have the proper facilities to take you prisoner. Was there anything else? Oh, beautiful, you know. And the look of confusion on the poor German guy's face. Understandable confusion. Actually, a movie that another war movie I really liked was The Longest Day. It was actually because I read the book when I was quite young. I don't know who left it around my house, but I read it. And I was fascinated by it. And yeah, the movie was was awesome actually. And I believe a fairly accurate representation. Well, yeah. Let's face it, once they're across the Rhine, it's pretty much all over, and the Germans weren't just going to let that happen. They couldn't just let that happen. I know that I recall seeing an interview with one General Horrocks, who, of course, is played by Edward Fox, I think, in A Bridge Too Far. During the series of World at War, and he's saying that, yeah, they needed to get through Cleves and then onto the Rhine. And the problem was that there was a German division in Cleves, and he got a phone call from Bomber Harris saying, do you want us just to bomb the crap out of the place? And Horrocks reckoned he agonized over that decision because of the history, because, well, Cleves was not a military target beyond the presence of that unit. And also had a lot of cultural and historical stuff going there that were not He wasn't okay with it entirely. But he said that at the end of the day, he did what was the right thing by his unit, and called in the bombers, and they took care of business. And but he reckoned he was haunted for his nightmares for years afterwards, burning women and children, and it was always images of Cleves in his head. That's yeah, it's a bit full on, but that's the way it rolls. Felt very sorry for the guy, actually. But then, if you're a general, these are the things and decisions you have to make. Hey, cutie guy, how you doing? Now, so that's them done. So, I'll just wipe that dry. Yeah, I'm good, mate. I'm good. I'm busy doing things, as you can see. Now, what else can I consider? Well, I'd probably want those wings to settle a little, maybe. I don't know. They've only been going for what, nearly 50 minutes. I wouldn't mind getting a bit more done on this. All right, hang on. Am I just being a scaredy wuss? Let's have a look, kids. That's not great. Okay, so we're going to need to do some. What I can do, and in fact will do, a bit disappointed with some elements of this kit. As a kit, it offers some really nice detail. As a fit in the main areas, it's a bit of a fisting of fury. I believe that's the fisting of fury is my. All righty, have a good night, Panzer Cat. I'll see you tomorrow, man. Yeah, what I'll do is fill in these other gaps on the aircraft, and it's not too bad there. The underneath here is what we men call bloody horrible. So we'll fill in there, and along there. What are these like? Oh God! Now, yeah, not too bad there. We can. They haven't fully dried. So, what I might do in the interim. Here's some more things I can do for our. No. What we're going to do tomorrow, that's going to be completely finished as a piece of painting. We'll have everything else ready to rock and roll. Now, what I can possibly do is it's possible I can do some stuff between now and Sunday or Saturday. Or maybe if I don't make it on the Sunday, definitely the Monday. But if I can do that, if we can get all that nice and ready and painted, after that it gets very, very easy. Oh, how will the landing go on? Okay, what that happens here, so we go upside down, and there's a couple of little bits there where one part goes in, another part that goes there. In fact, you can even see there's two holes there that will go up, and let's see if we can spot the exact point, whether it's just there. Either way, what happens, so there's two holes. Now, the point being, scooch back out. If you look at the assembly instructions, ding. So yeah, they go into the, there you go, it's just that easy. Those two, that's them there, goes into those two holes that I pointed to you. And that bit there goes into there and onto there. Boom, there we go. So it's a pretty straightforward operation in that regard. Or should be, in theory. Now, yes. Give me a moment. Boom. Now, what I will do, this one's going to be a little more tricksy. It's come off the bloody stem. Now, my bigger concern with the later assembly is the engines going on, because that's kind of a weird little mechanism. I'll show you that in a minute. There's been a number of things about this methodology, about this particular kit that have had me going, oh, really? Never mind. Here we go. So we've got those open bits there that you just saw. These flat plates here go on. The engines go onto them. The cowlings go onto them. It's all a bit, really? You know what I'm saying here? Maybe you don't know what I'm saying here, but to me, it's just like there's a little vent thing that goes into there. Why? Surely there's an easier way they could have done this for us. Never mind. If that's the worst fate that befalls us, we're doing all right. Now, before next point is getting this one mounted. Some meaningful context. Let's see, okay, so that we can do that. First, what I need to locate, that's a bit annoying. I have the red tape that's on that propeller there was conveniently the exact width that I needed the stripe to be. Now, that's all well and good, but now at the moment I can't find my red tape. And that's kind of annoying. There is another way, perhaps. Hang on, let's see what we got here in our tape selection. Might have one here anyway. We'll see how we go. I wouldn't have thought so, but let's go for a compare and contrast. That one's not straight anyway. It's got to come up a bit. No. No, son. Ah. Alright. Now there is another way. Just guess. Do I want to replay with that card? Yeah, I do. Yes, I do. Look, airbrushing is better and generally easier. However, to me, at some point, unless you're really, really, really good with an airbrush, you're going to need to, at some point, trot out a hand brush to do a few little tidy ups, generally. Now, that said, which is what I call my preferred option? Airbrush. If I had to make a call one way or the other, airbrush. Straight out. The bulk of this has been done with airbrush. And you'll get a really even sort of a coat more easily. The invasion stripe's been a bit of a fisting of fury again. But at the end of the day, I would say, the other thing about if you do camouflage, like full wavy camouflage patterns and stuff, shitloads easier with an airbrush. Absolutely heaps easier. Because you just do your one coat of whatever your base color is. Say we're doing a British bomber. You do your brown, then you just do your greens in little splotches. I'll be doing something similar to that on part of the bell because she has some splotches. So I'll just be going. Just heaps easier. That's my opinion. And to trot out a line I trotted out earlier in the stream, I'm Ken Brockman. And that's my 2 cents worth. There we go, that should be enough. All right. So, what we're going to do, you go there. Now, this one, I think. Now, we'll do this one first. Oh, yay. All right, so I have to do. The other thing about, the one thing I'd also say as to why you need to do, or will often need to do a bit of hand brushing after airbrushing, is if you've masked like that with an annoying frequency, they just don't hold. They leak. Now that's okay. It's not a disaster, but you've got to tidy that shit up. That's a thing, you know. The edges here. I'm a little unsure, given the angles, as to whether I should do one side and the other with these. I'm inclined to think, just for ease of handling, do one side and the other, because I don't have to worry about getting fingerprints on things if I do one side and the other, if you know, or less likely to be an issue, is the theory. And just realised I've got to get some yellow on that anyway. Okay. Maybe that's why that wasn't masked out. Alrighty. So what we're going to do, there we go. Rubbing. Yeah, I'm going to do it that way. I'm going to do one side then the other later. All right. Now, well, I've actually noticed I've forgotten to do yellow on the back of the other propeller. So we're going to be doing that. And that may actually give me a bit of an... That's a practice thing. One of the tip I was given with regards to airbrushing is to actually practice on shit you don't care about when you're first learning. And I used to have this old mosquito that I absolutely butchered, and I didn't really know too much about scale modelling. And so I used that as my practice thing, and tried to practice doing patterns and different line, thickness of the line, and all sort of stuff like that. So that's a thing you can consider doing. Taking your time, seeing if you can draw little pictures even. You might need a piece of cardboard for that, but you get the idea. That you then can, or you develop what you need to know and the control you need to have to be able to do what you want with your airbrush. Now, as speaking for myself, what I need to do as a scale modeler with an airbrush is not really that precise. A lot of the more fiddly sort of things, I prefer to use an acrylic and therefore hand brush. If you've got, say, a dozen colours in close proximity and you're waiting for overnight for lacquers to seal and shit, you're going to be there for bloody ever. That's my opinion. Now, others would disagree. They are entitled to. It's an opinion. All right. At least we've got a start on our propellers. Alrighty. Actually, because it's, I can do that. There we go. Now, clean brush. And then we'll put yellow on that side. And then let's see, what's the time? I'll probably wind up the stream once you've got the yellow on. Pardon me. Alrighty. Now, there we go. Next, give this a bit of a wipe out. And then I'll need to locate. Give me a moment. Now, it's in one of two boxes. Possibly that one, in fact. Let's see. No, that's a red. Not what I thought it was at all. No, I reckon it's in the other one. Yeah. Now, that's my bloody acrylics. I don't want them. No, don't want them. No. Aha, here we go. Lacquers. Now, that's yellow, not the yellow I'm after. Dark brown, British brown. Where the hell is trainee yellow? I reckon I'm in the right box. saw it recently. It keeps eluding me. Dark brown. Anti-fouling red. Red gold. Gelb. Sand. Okay. What the hell, man? Okay, if I don't find it very quickly, I might just have to duck in the stream quickly anyway, without doing the yellow, which is not that much more, but I would just like to. Dark black. Let's just get these out the way. It's probably under here somewhere. Nah. Unless that's it. That's brass. Where the hell? All right. I'll worry about it later. Me not doing much is not exactly viewing. Okay. But we got a fair bit done today. We got to start on our propellers. I'll get that yellow done. That's not an issue. Just got to find the bloody stuff. All right. Now I can. And as you can see, our C47 is indeed starting to come along. Once it's all sweet, reed and petite, I'll be a happy camper. Actually, I can do that. Actually, no, I can't. Excuse me. I'm hoping I'm not making you seasick. There we go. We'll do that. Yeah, anyway, that's me done for today. I'll have to track that yellow down. Now, tomorrow I'll be back on again. I'll get some shit done on this kit today. I have nowhere to be today. I do have things I need to do, but I have nowhere I need to be. I have no appointments. That saves a shitload of time. It's a very simple equation, people. So, yeah. All right. Thanks for watching. I do genuinely appreciate it. First-time viewers, magic button time. Follow, like, or subscribe. Your noses wants to. Well, I assume you want to. Yeah, anyway. And if you would like to track me down on other platforms, I'm Rob the Builder on Facebook and YouTube. I'm Robster the Builder on Instagram, Twitch, and Discord. Am I going to do any brushing soon? Sorry, I have to restart that little part of the spiel, surely. Will I be? I will. But I won't need to do any airbrushing for a little while. Now, happily, I have got all the bits and bobs to set it up. Nice, sweet, neat, and petite. I had to extend the tube a little bit. I'll actually once I actually go through the setup, I'll actually possibly even show that. Because there's a bit of, maybe even do an upload, a bit of jiggery pokery, as it were. But yes, I will be doing some at some stage. Also with regards to cleaning airbrushes, because that is a thing. Some people don't, in my opinion, treat it with the gravitas that is required. I am pretty militant on my cleaning of an airbrush. To me, it is not something you do half-hearted. There we have it. All right. Anyway, getting back to my wind-up spiel. Yeah, I've already first-time viewers. I've already given you the big hint, but I'll give it to you again. Follow, like, or subscribe. Boom. Rob the Builder on Facebook and YouTube. Robster the Builder on Instagram, Twitch, and Discord. Rob the Builder and Food Monster on Twitter. What 3 words do you reckon I'm about to pitch, kids? Can you guess? Can you? I think you can. It's follow, like, or subscribe. Right. Now, with that done, all that is left for me to say is that I will be back tomorrow, Same kit time, same kit channel. And hopefully I'll catch everybody then. See yous.